Good evening, stamping friends, and welcome to another Facebook Live. It is Tuesday, May 20th, and it is a cold and rainy day. So it's a good day for stamping. And tonight I am just dying to show you some really cool dies. So tonight we're going to be looking at the party alphabet dies, the party banner dies, and the more messages dies. So I'm not working with the bundle tonight with this. I will be showing that at a later date. But I do want to show you how I use the dies in one of our projects tonight. So I will get that introduced tonight. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you could join me. I'm going to have some fun tonight looking at these new products. You can see our pretty little paper over here that comes from the Floral Impressions Designer Series paper. So that is very pretty. Before I get started tonight, I want to show you a little something. I am going to be doing a catalog kickoff party, and I will be kicking that off next week, Tuesday, during our live here. And that's the 27th of May. So we'll be kicking it off then, and we'll kind of, have some fun planned throughout the week and a little bit on the weekend. Sundays, I don't normally do that anymore, but it's going to be some fun and a great way to see some new products. So I'll be doing live demonstrations and spotlighting the new stuff. There'll be tips, games, prize patrols, and specials. And on the note of the specials, because you guys know I like to give things away, this time for anybody who has ordered beginning the 6th of May, which was our catalog kickoff, you will be included in the party sales because I don't want to like make anybody feel bad because they couldn't wait to order. I'm thrilled. So your sales from the time the catalog actually kicked off through our party will count. So no need to be sad. This is a party. We're going to have fun. And we are going to kick off the summer in style. I decided not to do it this weekend because it is Memorial Day. So we will kick it off the Tuesday after Memorial Day. So again, we're going to have a lot of fun. I will post this on my Facebook page, and I will also put it in my blog so everybody can find it. And it's going to be right here on Facebook. So we'll be in for the fun. All right. Are you ready for tonight? Yes. Are you dying to see these cool guys? Oh my gosh. I'm going to admit right off the top that this bundle, because you can bundle the party alphabet dies and the party banner dies, and it is an investment. But just remember now, with every purchase, you get your rewards for yourself. I love this new party plan. So yes, when you make the purchase, you get the rewards. Just make sure that you are signed up for those rewards. Don't want you to miss out on anything. So, but I want to show you, we're going to kick this off tonight, and then you'll see even more of it during that party week, okay? So let's start out with the banners. There are actually 13 banners. Isn't that amazing? And I like numbered mine. One is the smallest, and then I go up to that 13th one. And then number 10 is what I call it, comes out to be, and I wrote it right on here, this size is for a full card. Because if you guys have been hanging with me lately, you know that I love turning all these fun dies, these cool shapes, into cards, because it just really brings a lot of attention to that card. So you're going to see one of those tonight. And then, of course, they're layered, but it is the number 10 die that actually cuts out a full-size card. And I mean, it is right up to that 4¼ by 5½. So it's really kind of nice. Sorry about that. Okay. Funny, you can't turn off a home phone. Should have turned off the ringer. But anyways, let's get back to the fun. So I started with creating a banner. So I have pool party here, and I actually started working on this one together. So this was what they look like. And I did use that number or the size 10. And the reason I chose that side, because I didn't want my banner to be super huge on this one, because this is going to be a big one. Wait till you see it. I will be showing that to you next week during the party. So just started working on it now. And pool party, and again, the Floral Impressions Designer Series paper. So it is so pretty. And it even comes with all of the little corners here, so you can line those up really nicely and get your holes in there so you can put that through. If you want, you can use eyelets. That will work. If you're like me, oh lordy, you still have eyelets left over. I have lots. So that will help strengthen them corners when you string it up. So there you go. And just going to set this aside. And here is the alphabet. And you can see that this is a nice size alphabet. So not only is it nice for the banners, but it's great for scrapbooking. And I have just talked to a few people about scrapbooking, and we think we might get into that. So let me know in the comments below if you are interested in scrapbooking. So I have Karen, Vicky, Deborah, Carrie, Tony, Sharon, and Dawn. Welcome, everyone. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in some scrapbooking, because we are going to get into that. And I have information on that. That's something Stampin' Up is offering, but mine is kind of on my own. So here are those gorgeous dies. Wouldn't say they're gorgeous, but I think they're going to be very well used. Because if I can use them for my scrapbooking and now for banners and, oh yes, for cards. So you can only look at the dice so long before you start itching to say, hey, I need to see a card, right? So I started with just a regular A2 size card. And then what I did, Karen said, I'm wondering what those odd symbols are. Well, they are for different languages. Because Stampin' Up is now a worldwide company, they have additional pieces in there. So I think you will, if you have anybody that's overseas, they will help you. And I can check with some of my fellow demonstrators that are from across the pond and see exactly what they're there for. Because I'm not sure what they're all there for. Like this one, I could still use for a C. I would just cut that little piece off. But that one looks like it might be, I don't know. I don't want to guess. I don't want to guess. So, but I just think it's cool. And there's such a nice size. So this size here is a little over 2.25 by 1.5 inch. And you can see that I cut out 2 of each and I layered them. Father's Day is coming up, so I thought I would honor the dads out there. And then I got even more fun stuff to show you. So this is called Saying Something ephemera pack. And you can see I tucked mine in a little bag because once I start pulling these apart, I want them all together. And then I took the time to write all of the colors that they coordinate with. So I actually looked that up online, and I can post this later. So when I talk a little bit more about this next week, I will make sure that I post all them colors for you. But here we go. So they come with not just little greetings, but also some sentiments. So you can use them both. Look at this. It's nice and big. So we have happy and howdy and beautiful and friend and thanks and birthday wishes, celebrate, good luck, hip hip hooray. So this would be fun for graduations, fun for birthdays. And then you have even more words. So I like this because it was a lot of, as you saw, a lot of different colors. And it just makes card making so easy. I just think it just take those pretty designer series papers and go with it, right? So that again is that cute ephemera pack called Saying Something. So in the catalog, back to this. And the reason I did that was because I grabbed one of those and it says, "Thank you for making a difference in my life." So that's for Dad. And you know what? For those of us who no longer have dads, we have brothers who are dads, and maybe our brothers did something in our lives that, I'm sure they did. Mine actually walked me down the aisle when I got married. So, oh, look at this. I didn't introduce this little piece, did I? No, I did not. Well, remember in the beginning when I said I had more messages? Here's the stamp set. Now let's look at them dies. So the dies coordinate with the stamp set, so you can stamp this out. Yep, it's one big piece. You can stamp that out and then cut them all. I like this. So it's cool that there's so many different messages, sentiments, greetings, whatever you want to call them. It is miss you, good luck, happy birthday, you're the best, time to celebrate, oh, happy day. So it has a lot of everything. But then it has these dies that will cut them all out. But what's cool about this is even just getting this is now you have a ton of things to stamp on. So whether you get this or not, I think this is a must-have in your kit because now you have something to put all your greetings on. And I did a little cheat for my retreat because I wanted the time to celebrate. So I did cut this little part out here, and you can see I left a notch so I can put that right back in so it'll fit when I go to cut out all of them. And it lines up really nice. Look at that fit. There we go. So when you're die cutting those, you can stamp it once and die cut all your greetings. And if you're like me, you have all sorts of little things. And Carrie says she likes the words. I got all these little boxes here. So I just cut them and stick them in here. I'm doing just black ones because I use black a lot. So that's where this little guy comes in. he is one of those from this. So this is the whole piece cut out. So yeah, you can just cut out those solid colors, or you can just cut out white and then you could stamp anything you want on it, right? Okay, we're going to put that on there, and I'm going to pop Dad up here. So now you can see how I layered. I went to one side a little bit. And I like these big ones fit on here just right. Oh, I do have my take your pick tool up here. I thought that was downstairs. I've been playing. So getting ready for next week and got so much to share that's new. Is there anything in that catalog that you guys already have your eyes on? I know some of you already jumped in and made your purchase, and I thank you for that. Again, those sales, what you purchase between the 6th of May and the end of this party will count for this party. Got to do that. Just want everybody to have fun at the party, get to see some new stuff. These are always fun. I got lots of games for you again. All right. Right here. I'm not going to set them down real tight yet until I have them where I line them all up. Perfect. And Beth has joined us. Hello. Speaking of orders, I have one here for you, Beth. And I also have a little prize patrol stuck in there. So, which we will be doing again tonight. Now, you could overlap these if you want to, like really kind of scrunch up the dad thing, or you could let them separated. I think I'm going to overlap just a hair. Just a hair. There we go. And then you don't have to work on being totally straight either. I see my A is up a little higher. Bring that down. My hands are probably in the way. I should look. Sorry about that. All right. So there we go. There's our dad. Now we have our little greetings from our ephemera pack in. And I am just going to line my scissors up with the edge of the piece that I got there. I didn't line that up very good, did I? Let's see how tight I stuck that on there. Let's just see. Oh, good. I was too busy talking. I didn't have a chance to squish it down good. Pretty even? That look better? I think so. There we go. Now we can push it down and add a couple more embellishment. I don't even have embellishments for this one. Shame on me. But we're going to tuck this right up here. And kind of frame it right in the corner. So how do you like that? So there we go. That is our card done with the greeting from the ephemera pack. We have our die from the more messages dies, and then we have our party alphabets. There we go. And again, I did cut 2 of each so that I could layer them and give that little, bump out little pop of color on that one. So now I'm going to go back and remember how I said you could take these and create a card with it. Ugh, yes. So pretty. I love this floral impressions paper. And I'm going to be honest, I did not buy the bundle or the suite, but I am starting to regret my decision because I've really seen a lot of cool stuff with that. So I did take the Floral Impressions designer paper though, and our fun party banners dies and turned it into a card. And remember the card that we made, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, maybe? All you do is bring that die, you grab it, and slightly pull it over that number 10 die. Slightly bring it up to the top there so that it doesn't cut. That's how simple it is. I have my paper pre-scored and folded already, so it cuts through there nice. And you do get a little line, but I kind of like that around there. It kind of gives it a nice little edge. So the number 10 size works perfectly. And that's counting 1 as your smallest and going down. So cute. And here's the ephemera stuff. Both the beautiful friend and you are the icing on the cake. Both are from that ephemera pack. So it's all about the dies tonight and a little bit about the ephemera pack. But yeah, don't forget, take those cool looking shape dies that you have and make cards with them. I could do my insides yet, but because I didn't, I just did fronts. But yes, you can make all kinds of beautiful cards with these dies. And that alphabet, man, I'm going to tell you, that is worth the investment. The alphabet itself is an investment because it's a little bigger. So that is why I grabbed the party dies with it and saved myself 10%. So I knew I could use these, and I'm glad I did because now I know I can make these cool looking banner cards with them. So that is it, my friends. Again, card making with your dies and having a lot of fun with that. Don't forget about my party, which I will kick off next week. I will have reminders all week long. Again, any sales, any orders that you had placed on the 6th of May through our party will count for the party. So I want to make sure you guys get in on the fun. And yeah, I was running out of ink here. So it will be a fun next week. So this weekend, though, enjoy your friends and family. It's Memorial Day weekend, so you can kick off your summer with friends and family. And then I'm going to meet you back here next week, Tuesday, and we'll kick off the summer in Stampin' style. And I may even have some scrapbook for you. I will definitely have more card shares and a lot more information. And you'll be able to see those finished banners. So have a good evening, everyone. And I will get your names in for the drawing. And later we'll see who won something sparkly. Okay? Enjoy.